Hi everyone, my name is Shannon from Grow Roots. I live in a suburb north of Dallas, Texas. We are on the border of Zone 8A and 8B. I have a modest home here, which is one of the reasons that I created my YouTube channel, Grow Roots, because I got a little overwhelmed when I was watching all of those great gardening channels on YouTube because I felt like I could never obtain the amount of space that they have for their gardens or the finances that they have to just buy whatever plants they want. So I feel as if the viewers who watch my channel really relate to my gardens because this is something that's much more obtainable for everyone. So here is my front garden. I have a garden that many people in North Texas might have. It's your typical, suburban home front garden. But in this small space, I have tried to pack in just about every color imaginable and everything that I could. And so for the most part, it is a full sun garden. My garden faces south, and this part of the garden is all full sun. However, I do have a vitex tree right here, and so it has created this climate right here that is a part shade things. I get to grow some shade plants that I've always wanted to grow here, one of which is in full glory right now. This is the Endless Summer Hydrangea. I have some ground cover here that is looking spectacular, some variegated Vinca Major, some Burgundy Glow Ajuga. I have Magma Coral Bells, a couple of different ones. I have some Dusty Miller, some garden art, that's Lambo, our garden sheep, some shade annuals like little begonias, azuretums. I have another hydrangea that is actually in a pot. I'm not sure if it's going to go there yet, so it's staying in its pot right now. But that is the shade area of my front garden, and then everything else, which is full sun. The front of my front garden is always planted with annuals, and this year I opted for 3 different varieties of dwarf zinnias. They are so colorful and so beautiful right now. And then right behind them, I have some perennials. So I have some dianthus. They are coming out of bloom right here in May. But I have some beautiful daylilies. I have balloon flower. This is Rudbeckia, actually. The balloon flower is down here, and it is getting buds on it, as well as this Rudbeckia that's planted in behind it. I have some lemon ball sedum underneath, a beautiful bird bath. And then over here I have some Maynight salvia, again coming out of bloom, but then right next to it are some daylilies that are in bloom, some Sweet William, which I love, and then some more Rudbeckia that are planted behind it, but again kind of coming in to that area and about to bloom anytime now. So to try to balance things out from this large vitex tree on this side, I do have in a container, I have a standard or tree-formed limelight hydrangea, and so it is coming and leafing out. It's doing beautiful, and it looks like we may have our first bud in mid-May, so that's exciting. It's starting to form those buds now instead of just producing leaves. And then underplanted in there, I have some cascading Cora Vinca in several different colors. I have Dichondra and then a blue Scaevola under that, and I think that's going to fill in beautifully and really look great there. I have Maynight salvia, more of that Maynight salvia under it. And right up here, coming up to my walkway, I have this welcome sign with, oh my goodness, my favorite verbena of all time, Superbena Sparkling Amethyst. This overwintered for me, which I'm finding amazing. And then I have some petunias planted down there with them. Let's see, I forgot a couple of things, but there's a hedge of sunshine ligustrum, and then more Rudbeckia. I do have some gomphrena and some salvia hot lips back there, as well as a Queenie lime zinnia that is not blooming quite yet. I have Cosmos apricata over there. I have another daylily. That one is red, but it blooms later in the summer. Another queen of Queenie Lime Zinnia, more Gomphrena, another Rudbeckia, and a Cosmos Apricota with some Dusty Miller back there. So that Sunshine Ligustrum hedge, by the way, is absolutely spectacular, evergreen for me, just the most amazing shrub. So I love, love, love that. I definitely try to increase my gardening space with a lot of containers. And so I do a lot of container garden tours because I think between my front garden and my back garden, I have a total of 30 plus containers that these are things that I don't have room for, but I really want to plant. So here's a few of them. And this is Summer Pastels Yarrow, grown from seed. Many of these are grown from seed. This is Azuratum Leda, grown from seed as well. We've got some Creeping Jenny in there. This container is petunias, beautiful petunias I got from Callaway's, some lobelia, more Creeping Jenny. And then this one is Gaillardia. I grew this from seed just a few months ago. This is my first bloom, and it is just all budded up, ready to go. Over here, I have a container that has a 3-ball topiary, which is a Carolina Sapphire Cypress, and then it's underplanted with variegated Liriope, some more of those dwarf zinnias, Azuratum, Chippendale Daisy zinnias, which are super interesting, and I have a Star Jasmine vine that's back there, along with a whole hedge of Winter Gem boxwoods. And then coming on to my porch, I have some Gerbera daisies and azalea, and then these are kind of my prize babies. This hydrangea that you see here is a 14-year-old endless summer hydrangea, and it is full of blooms. There's about 60 blooms on this plant right now. It is one plant. Some of them are blue, some of them are purple, which I love. Right next to it is a variegated lace cap hydrangea, and this is my 5th year with it, and it's actually flowering for the first time. Yes, it took that long for it to form those lace cap hydrangea blooms, but it's absolutely gorgeous. I love, love, love it so much. And then right here by my door, I also have some more containers of begonias and shade things. So I love that. So here is a look at my backyard. We actually back up to a creek area, and so we have this amazing borrowed view. And then these are my backyard gardens. So coming up to this one, this is my only full sun garden bed that I have in my backyard. So I have tried to fill it with my favorite perennials. There are some annuals in here, but it has very much a cottage garden feel. I have some spireas, some dwarf Mexican petunias that will bloom pink. I have some Sweet William, some larkspur that is just coming into bloom. I have some Lissum Rosie O'Day that's looking so, so cute. I have echinacea, different types of echinacea dotted all throughout here. And then the centerpiece here is this Limelight hydrangea. I am training it into a standard this year. And then again, just like the front, it is underplanted with the same things, some vinca, some dichondra, and some scaevola. And then you're going to see a ground cover all throughout this bed, and it is Plumbago serrata stigma. They are this bright blue blooms, and it's just an amazing hardy ground cover for our area in Zone 8. I have some blue bonnets that are just coming out of bloom. As you can see, this type of echinacea is about to bloom right there, almost ready. Some dianthus are dotted all throughout, as well as this very large Sweet William plant. That's the last bloom left on that one. I have some Queenie Lime zinnias in there. Goodness, I have hollyhock first year here, and then a little bit under here, but this Echinacea purpurea is taking it over, as you can see. I have a peony down there that is in its 3rd year. It just has not bloomed. It was from bare root. There's my backyard garden cat, Chloe. She's begging for some attention. And then I have containers all around. So some Chippendale Daisy zinnias with some variegated celosia, Summer Pastels yarrow, my herb container that has mint, lemon thyme, and oregano. I have QIS Fiery Sunrise Gomphrena. I have my prized Desert Rose, which it's kind of been cold and rainy, but she is just coming into bloom. I've got some Mr. Goodbud Sedum here, and this large planter with some Cupcakes Mix zinnias, some Gomphrena globosa, some Verbena bonariensis, which is about to bloom somewhat soon, and some bunny tail grass, which is so soft. I love this container. I think it's going to be amazing as we get into summer. I have some strawberries here with balloon flower in the center. And then I have Blue Days of Volvulus. I have a summer carnival hibiscus, which has some beautiful variegated leaves, and it's underplanted with bluebonnets. I have a crepe myrtle, and then some Cosmos apricota with some Gomphrena, looking amazing. I have some more Sweet William growing for next year's blooms. I have some Mammoth dill, some Rudbeckia planted with Azuratum Lita and billy buttons, but the billy buttons are getting swallowed. I'm going to come back here and show you what's in this part of the garden real quick. Some star jasmine that is coming into bloom. It's absolutely gorgeous and smells amazing. I have 3 different types of clematis growing there. Some rosemary, Texas sage, sunshine ligustrum, Chinese forget-me-nots down there. The sunshine ligustrum is formed into a tree form because it is about 9 feet tall at this time. And then it is underplanted with some burgundy glow ajuga. And then here I have another limelight hydrangea. That one I propagated. I have some coleus growing there, some rainbow coleus. More Chinese forget-me-nots, Echinacea purpurea, another Texas sage. You can see over there I've got some milkweed that's blooming with some Chinese forget-me-nots. I have some Tithonia or Mexican sunflower planted here. I have some daylilies. This is coral honeysuckle that's growing all in that corner, which is incredible. Let me show you that picture. Oh, I love that picture. I have this little Ferris wheel that has hens and chicks planted in it. Some Mexican sunflower, Tithonia, with a real sunflower. And then these guys are my favorite perennial vine. This perennial vine is Tangerine Beauty Crossvine. This one is in a container. This is Amaranthus Love Lies Bleeding. So gorgeous. I planted this just maybe 80 days ago, and it's just in full bloom. So beautiful. I have some, this is my limelight propagation station. I have a little lime here. And then over here is my part shade garden. I have 6 endless summer hydrangeas over there. I have an oak leaf hydrangea back there. I'll show that to you in just a moment. But I've got some Greg's mist flower here, a peony, Rudbeckia, canna lilies, boxwood, alyssum. Let's see, a volunteer sunflower, some more daylilies, and an amaryllis back there. I have Purple Heart, Chinese forget-me-nots. This is Rose of Sharon growing with Rudbeckia, variegated Vinca major, some begonias. Those are the endless summer hydrangeas I told you about. And then in between each endless summer is coral bells. So this one is Magma. I have them in rainbow colors. This one is Electric Lime, and they have begonias in between, which is so cool. This one is Caramel. This one is Onyx. And then this one is Georgia Peach. I love that hedge. Absolutely beautiful when you look at that. And then coming over here, this is part shade again. So I've got some Rudbeckia, some pink Turk's cap, more daylilies, and then this is oak leaf hydrangea. So beautiful. This panicle is like as long as my forearm. It's so big. This is a dwarf Alice in Wonderland oak leaf hydrangea. So it's just absolutely beautiful. So happy. I have more Chinese forget-me-nots, and then that's the end of this bed. On this side of the house is almost entirely full shade, and so I have my shade garden that is fairly new. I have an autumn fern. I have Proven Winners Shadowland Diamond Lake. This one is Proven Winners Shadowland Woo La La. This one is an Alaroa Costa. And this one is Elegans Blue Hosta. And then I've got a Barunara. And then this is some Liriope. This is Giant Leopard Plant. Spotted Leopard Plant. Another Hydrangea. I'm testing it to see what it does in full shade. And again, I told you I had an autumn fern there. So there's a little snapshot of my gardens here in North Texas, and I hope all of you enjoyed this and got some inspiration as some things that you could do in your gardens at home. Bye-bye, everybody.